How you doing, everybody? It's Connor Tuck, and it is the beginning of 2023. So some of you may recognize me. I may have been sporting a new mustache, and I don't actually have glasses. These are just the blue blockers that we wear when we're on the computer all the time. So what I'm going to be doing basically every week throughout the year is I'm going to be doing what's called a shift tracker. Now, I don't know how much y'all follow the real estate market. I don't need to because I do, and that's what I'm going to hope to provide for you is just some good information that you guys can chat around the water cooler with, pass along to friends, know for yourself, things like that. So each week I'm going to be running a statistical analysis across Burlington, Camden, and Gloucester counties inside of New Jersey. I'm not going to go over every stat because honestly, that's boring. But what I am going to do is just pull out one or two little small highlights. I don't expect these videos to be much more than about 60 seconds. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer just if we have to explain some things like I'm doing here today. So that's going to be the gist of this. So I'm going to just try and make sure I get this to you guys on a regular basis every week so that you can have it. If you have any questions on some of the stuff we go over, obviously you can reach out to me. If there's things that you're confused about or we need to go over anymore, or you need to relay differently, you guys have my cell phone number. You know where to call me. You know where to find me. So I'm just going to share my screen here real quick and just show you what we have for this first week. All right. So here are the metrics that we're going to touch on is total active listings. Now, this is for a week period, for a 1 week period. So basically the last 7 days. So obviously if we do this every week, that last 7 days will be updated. So what I want to point out this week specifically are these three here, okay? Now you can see what we're looking at. Active listings, pending, closed. This XW or canceled means expired. If a listing went to the full completion of its listing term and it didn't sell, and that's called an expired listing. A withdrawn listing simply means it was during that period, but they withdrew it from the market. And then canceled means they simply canceled the listing agreement. Okay, that's different than expired. It means canceling means you cancel it before the end of that expiration date. Okay. You also have homes that had a price reduction. I'm already breaking my graphic here. We have the average days on market and also median days on market. The reason why I added in both here is because there are a couple properties that have literally been sitting for almost 10 years. I think there's a couple properties that they've just been sitting there forever. So the median is, I think, is a little more helpful for us in some of that. So 51 days. And then this volume means what is the total cumulative monetary volume of all the homes on the market in that week? Everything that's currently on the market, how much, if you were to add the prices of all of them up, what does it come to, right? And then the median list price. Now, these are going to, some weeks we may be taking a look at some of these other ones, but the only thing I care about for this week is this, and then we're done here, okay? First, there were 288 units closed in Burlington, Camden, Gloucester County in the last week. Now, last week was New Year's and like right after Christmas. So that was probably a hectic week for a lot of people to get those closed right in that kind of time period. There was only 200 new properties that went under contract, and there's only 150 new listings. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that the new listings coming onto the market are not enough to support the pending and closed numbers that we're currently seeing. So what I would expect to start to see happening is, look, it's January, it's first week of January. I would expect the new listings counter over these next couple of weeks, that's going to shoot up, right? It's the first of the year. People are ready to put their home on the market. We're going to start to see that come up. I hope that personally, the pending and closed pulls back just slightly, because right now we're running in basically a negative or a deficit, or we don't have enough new homes hitting the market for the ones that are coming off. And as that starts to happen, as more keep coming off and not enough backfill, what does that do? It creates a really low supply situation like we had during COVID when a lot of you purchased, and those prices started to get out of control. The prices started getting out of control, and the concessions and the contingencies that people were willing to forgo started to get a little out of control too. Okay. So anyway, that's just this week for our first weekly shift tracker update. Again, I'm going to hopefully do this every single week for you guys. Consistency is the key. So if you have any questions about what we're going over, things like that, you guys know where to find me. If you ever have anybody else in your life that needs to learn about some of this stuff too, you can always send them my way, and I'm happy to sit down and have either a buyer consultation or come over for a listing strategy appointment with you at that point. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful and amazing 2023. And let's have a great year together. Bye.